Chaps, how you doing? So what I want to do today is give some live feedback to one of our callers and also demonstrate to you some of the things that you should really seek to kind of change, adapt or evolve as you actually get on these calls, and you can of course iterate based upon little quirks and nuances. So this is David, he's one of our cold callers. He's calling on behalf of a property investment company that we work with, and we're targeting accountants that could potentially directly invest into property or potentially refer us to one of their clients. So that's the context. His name's David. Let's listen and let's get into it. And then what I'm going to do is give him, and therefore you guys, like some live feedback and insights based upon this call.
Are returning the call?
So just to bring you up to speed, this is an accountant calling David back.
Hello?
Hello, hi, good morning.
So first of all, he said hello. Instead, he should have said, hello, David here from Brown Investments, can I help? That should be the opener. Hello, David from Brown Investments, can I help? That should always be the actual opener if David is receiving the call. So that's the first thing that we're going to go back to him with feedback and then tell him to, of course, iterate and adapt. Let's turn off this background noise. Right, and let's get into it.
Yeah, I believe you are returning the call.
Yes, yeah, I'm returning the call.
Let's see. Okay, is this the number that I called? Or is it
Yes,
some...
this number you have called me.
Okay, it's not showing up on my...
So there's a lot of things that are actually not quite right with that. So, you know, he's answered, he's responded, it's fluid, but he's using like, okay, it's not showing up. And that really starts it on a little bit of a kind of negative note. So if you're receiving a call, say, hello, David from Brown Investments. Hello, I'm just returning a call. Oh, okay, amazing. So could you just remind me what business you're calling from? I don't have your details in front of me. That'd be amazing. So do you see how the tone of that is quite different? And David does not do that here. So that's definitely a second thing that I would seek to, as I'm going to be sending him this video, seek for him to change.
System. What is your company name?
And he says system. Don't use the word system in front of clients. Clients want a personal experience. And get rid of any words like system, spreadsheet, on my, client list, because immediately you're making that person aware that they're not special, that they are part of a process, that there's other people that you're also calling, and all of these other things, right?
They want tax and account solutions.
Oh, okay, yes. So, sir, my name is David. I'm actually calling you.
Okay, yes. So get rid of those ers. Get rid of those ers, David. Okay.
So we're calling you because
So it's David from Brown Investments, and we're calling because what we do is specialize in helping accountants like you potentially invest in property when you might not have the time to do it because you're busy with your clients, busy with your family and all these kinds of things, and it's completely done for you. Is property investment something you're considering?
we are the type of company that offer a done-for-you solution for busy professionals like yourself. And we're looking for accountants that have a particular interest in property investment.
So that's good. That's good. That part of it is good. This is where you can tell that David kind of gets up to speed and he's like, okay, great. I know where we're at now. I'm back into the script.
Themselves and to their clients. We also refer or offer referral commissions, aside from a bunch of opportunities that have now cropped up because of Brexit. Okay. So we believe that you're one of those people that we can share these endless opportunities, and we believe that this is something that you're also looking forward to get some of the idea how you can avail these opportunities, correct?
So he's talking about endless opportunities. The phrase endless opportunities, he might not have used the word endless, but it sounds a little bit potentially scammy. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you need to reinforce what it is that you're offering a second time. So he uses endless opportunities and then opportunities again, but you actually just need to say, so, this is a potential huge opportunity, we think, for you because of what's happened with Brexit. You can adapt the script slightly. So is that something that would interest you, looking and exploring property investment right now?
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Interesting, perfect.
If you can send me email with the details, then I'll give you a call.
So now let's see what David does now, because this accountant is asking, could you send me an email with some more information? And let's see what David does.
No problem. Well, and to be honest, To be honest with you, emailing has never been the best thing, although I can send that to you, of course, in order to enlighten you with this opportunity. So we don't want you to slip away the chance of to explain this to you guys firsthand. So we have a directors. They will be the...
We have two directors, right? Frank and Bob. Let's just assume they're Frank and Bob. We have two directors, Frank and Bob. Why don't I see if one of them's available to kind of talk you through the opportunities that we have in property investment for you or your clients, as I said.
Want to contact you back? Is that okay?
Contact you back. Call you back. Call you back.
Do you have availability today to call you? Is that okay?
Instead of saying, is that okay? It's like you're asking for permission. He's already stated his interests. It's more a case of moving towards taking him down your funnel. So you would say, instead of, is that okay? You'd say, can you do that? Does that work for you? Moving it a little bit more towards, let's get the call booked in.
After 3 o'clock.
After 3? Let me see. Hold on. How about on Monday? Because the latest we have for today is only 1:30 p.m. How about...
So he says, the latest we have today is 1:30 p.m. How about on Monday? He could have said, the latest we have is 1:30 p.m. Do you think you could do 1:30 p.m. today? And then pause. Wait, see what the accountant says.
Monday.
Monday after lunch.
After lunch we have 1 p.m.
So he said after lunch, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is not after lunch. Anything from 12 to 2 in the UK, David's from the Philippines, would be considered lunch. So that's something that David definitely, you know, if people say after lunch, it's from 2 p.m. onwards.
Oh, no, 1 p.m.
3?
2 to 3. 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay, let's lock in that. What is your name?
So now, David, as you can probably hear, is very eager to lock in the appointment because he's thinking about calling and moving forward. But we need to just add a little bit more kind of calmness and slow it down a little because it feels, and if I was the accountant, I might feel a little bit rushed now.
Farouk? How do you spell that?
F-A-R-U-Q.
Okay, and then your last name?
Sarah.
So he's giving his email address right now, and no problems here, no comments. This is okay so far.
.co.uk.
Yeah.
Right, so I have the phone number.
Yes.
That's the number that I ring. It's okay to ring you back at this number.
Good. David is reading out the number. He's reading out the email. He's reconfirming the number. Let's see now. It's moving towards the end of the call. How he finishes the call.
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds great. Okay, so this is locked on Monday, March 11, 3 p.m. with Mr.
So he says with Mr. Bob Franklin. It doesn't sound like David has a relationship with Ritesh Patel, and you wouldn't call someone that you know in the office with Ritesh. So you just say a call with Ritesh. Saying his last name implies a bit of formality and distance. It means that, you know, are you actually part of the company? So I would change that and say, you got a call on Monday at 3 o'clock with Ritesh. He's a really good guy, so you're going to be taken care of.
Oh, he is going to be the director. Will be reaching out to you. Thank you
who will be reaching out to you, who will be calling you, okay? The director will be calling you.
very much for your time, Mr. Hussain. You have a wonderful day. This is going to be an awesome experience for you.
No problem.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so that was a call overall. So, you know, there's some... what clearly happened in David's case is that he got a call back, and of course that caught him off guard, and he didn't really, you know, explain or go through the funnel, the sequence of the script as well as he could have. He then got a gist of what's going on, but some general things, right? Get rid of those errs, guys, when you even are caught off guard. That's the first thing. The second thing is never use words that, you know, identify to a client that there's other people involved. Don't use systems, don't use spreadsheet, don't use, like, lists. Just say, oh, I've not got it in front of me. I've not got your details in front of me. Could you just remind me? I'm so sorry. And that really, you know, is quite warming to a potential prospect. The other thing to go through is all of these little verbal nuances, right? So you're going to be talking to Ritesh on Monday. He's one of our senior consultants. He's a really good guy. How does that sound? Focus more on the use of property investment. Property investment opportunities is expanding into property or looking at property investment, something that interests you. So repeat those words so it's very clear what you offer, right? Endless opportunities. Don't use words like endless. It can sound a bit scammy. So these are all of the kind of considerations that I think become important when you're looking at giving one of your callers feedback, but also thinking about how it is that you